Hi, and welcome to my third and very delayed vlog. It's been 2 months since I cut my hair, almost 3 months because that was March, and it's now almost the end of June, early July. Um, but as you can see, I have no hair, and it's actually been amazing. I'll back up to start with the actual event because I didn't share anything from that event. Soon I'll post a video of the actual cutting process. It's pretty funny. Um, all I did was laugh. And I think I laugh when I'm nervous and I don't cry. Like some people cry if they're sad. I think I have some deep psychological issues that I have to work out because I cry when I'm angry and I laugh when I'm sad. Uh, so that all aside, though, it really wasn't as hard as I thought, and it was more fun. And once it was gone, I mean, I touched it a few times to see how it felt, and then at in the morning when I wake up, I sometimes like go to look for it or like brush it off because it used to make me really hot while I was sleeping. But it's almost as though I never had long hair. That's how easy and natural it's felt. It's been pretty easy. So I personally don't feel less feminine or less pretty, and I know that a lot of people have concerns about like the shape of their head, and so did I. I think I mentioned like I was like, oh, is it going to be lumpy under there? But because I didn't go down to the skin anyway, you don't see the lumps. Like this is a lot of growth. I've reshaved it 3 times already, and I'm going to reshave it again soon. Um, so this is a growth that hides most of it, but even at the shortest, you couldn't see my full scalp. So oddly enough, I still feel pretty. A lot of the time, the reaction from other women has been like, "Ooh, you look tough," and their go-to is Sigourney Weaver from Terminator because she had no hair. And I do find that funny because like there's more recent movies like Demi Moore in G.I. Jane. There's Natalie Portman in what's that movie with the X's? And the faces. Oh, come on. How can I not remember what that one is? But you know what I'm talking about, Natalie Portman with the shaved head. But they all go to Sigourney Weaver, and like she was badass. Um, and as a joke, Jason had said like, Erica, you have to be careful how angry you get now because people are gonna be like, whoa, you're angry because I look tougher. Um, I haven't experienced that, I don't think, and I mean, I think I've been conscious of it to be like, hey, like try not to get too upset, which is silly. Um, but since there are stereotypes of women, being emotional anyway and like being angry instead of effective and assertive, it's not like this is some weird new bias. It's just like a different shape to that bias. And one reaction from strangers that has been surprising is that I think people want to reassure me, like, oh no, you're still really attractive. Like, oh my God, I can't believe how pretty that is. As though I'm worried and like they need to make sure I know that I'm still pretty in case I didn't think I was pretty. That's been interesting. And a lot of times it's sweet. The other day I was at the DMV to get my new license, and which I was really upset about because now I'm going to have shaved head for 5 years. And I kind of wanted to have my old self just in case this wasn't the new self for 5 years. But that aside, I was in line and this guy in front of me, I'm not even sure like how he knew or like if he heard me talking to the woman, but he was like, it's very becoming. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I found that funny, his choice of words. It's so old fashioned, like, oh, you're so becoming. And he said, like, well, that's my wife right there. And I'm saying it in front of her. I mean, I'm just letting you know. um, and so I think a lot of times, I think it isn't just trying to make me feel better. People are just being nice, like, hey, wow, surprising. A woman with short hair is attractive because, like, oh, you're attractive still. Um, yeah, and I mean, I guess a little surprising to me too. So and lastly, though, like what it feels like, and like how I said I always just wanted to know how this feels to have no hair, has been awesome. Like, it gives you another chance to think about being pretty. Like what earrings should I wear? Because people really notice them. Should I put makeup on today? Or like, what do my clothes look like? And it's not kind of like, oh God, I have to fix my hair. What am I going to do with my hair? It like takes out a whole um, attention to your appearance that a lot of women have to struggle with, or even men. And so it feels great. Like, I love how it feels when I touch it, and I like when Jason touches it, and other people haven't over touched it, which I'm really happy about. There's been a few people who have asked to touch it, and I think there's been like one person who touched it without asking me, but I thought it'd be like a lot of people. No, not a lot of people have touched my head, and that's awesome. But so like not having it during the summer because it's been super hot has been awesome. Right now, since it's longer, you can kind of see like it's flat on the side and then like spiky up here. So eventually, when I do consider like growing it out, I think I'm gonna have to do some research and like look online and talk to hairdressers and see what they like suggest. My friend Christine and I were talking. We're like, yeah, Erica, just go really butch for a while, and I could like flatten this down and then like put some gel product here, um, and see what that feels like. Like, people say butch means like looking like a man, or, butch lesbians. Like, do only certain people own that word? I don't think they have to. And can I be feminine and still be butch? I don't know. So I feel like in that uh, transition period, when I have to go through growing my hair out and figuring out how I can style it or do something with it while it's looking weird, that might be where there are more challenges and questions and sort of like mental struggle for me. So we'll see how that goes. Right now, loving it.